What's going on, everyone? My name is Commander Crunch, and today I have some Battlefield Hardline gameplay on the PC, and this is such a fun game. I initially wasn't going to buy it for a little while, but I kind of fell into the whole, I love Battlefield stereotype. But yeah, so I bought it on launch day after seeing a few videos, and it is such a good game. I highly recommend it to everyone who likes Battlefield, or just even if you like Call of Duty too. This is kind of a good mix between the two. So, if you guys don't know, Battlefield Hardline is based on the Frostbite 3 engine, which is the same as Battlefield 4. It's developed by Visceral Games, which is the same developers of Dead Space, if you've played those games. Um, and it's basically a cops and robbers theme, so there's no more of that Russian versus the U.S., which is what basically every other Battlefield for the past few years has been. Um, and it is more close quarters than Battlefield 4 and 3 and just any other Battlefield really. Um, and there's no jets anymore, there's no tanks, and there's really no attack choppers. I think that there is one, but they're not very common. It's mainly just transport helicopters, and then there's these awesome off-road bikes and also city bikes in some of the maps, and police cars and robbers cars. So they're basically like, they kind of look like Ford Mustangs, and they're all really fast and really fun to drive. There's also armored vans, and these are basically filling in the tank's position, in my opinion. They're very, very powerful, very well armored, and they have many machine guns on them for people to shoot. And you can carry 5 or 6 men in each one of them, so they're basically a tank for this game, to be honest. And they're very effective. They're kind of a pain in the ass sometimes because in this game you can't have an RPG when you're an engineer. You only have a grenade launcher, so it'll take 3 or 4 grenades to take out a vehicle, especially if it's a hard vehicle to take out, like the armored trucks. And so in this game, there's no LMGs anymore for the what used to be the sport class. I think it's Enforcer now. Um, so it's shotguns for that class. The engineer class. It's not called engineer anymore. It's SMGs, and they are very, very effective in this game. I hated the SMGs in BF4. I just did not use them at all because it's such, it's usually medium to long range in Battlefield 4, so I didn't find a point to using them. I just used the high RPM assault rifles if I needed them. But this game definitely utilizes SMGs in a good way, so they're all very useful. And one of my favorite additions to this game is the M16A3. Maybe not all of you guys agree with me on that one, but that gun is definitely one of my favorite guns in the game. It's back again. It was taken out of Battlefield 4, probably from the community, the concerns of the community for that gun because it was so powerful in Battlefield 3. But it's back in Hardline. It's got the 800 RPM rate of fire, and in this clip you're seeing me use the M416. So this gun, I think the M416 is more of a god gun than the M16A3 because this gun got a rate of fire increase to 850 rounds per minute. So this gun is just lethal at all ranges. It does have quite a kick to it, but once you can tame that, it's very, very easy to use. It does take a little bit of skill, but it's a pretty good gun to use in general. Something I noticed about this game also is the weapon balance is a little bit odd. I don't really think it's that great, to be honest. The M416 and the M16A3 are two of the main guns that are preferred, and the K10 is an SMG which has a ridiculous rate of fire. This is one of the guns you're probably going to get killed most by in close quarters. But it's a mix between that and the A70 shotgun, because the shotguns in this game are also really lethal, considering it's more close quarters. But this game in general, the weapon balance is okay. The sniper rifle's also got a big bump. The CS LR4, which is a starting sniper rifle, has a ridiculously high rate of fire for a sniper. You can just rattle off shots and get pretty easy kills, and you can also get headshots at all distances, unlike the CS LR4 in Battlefield 4. So that's great. I haven't done too much recon, but I won a few rounds with it, and it was really, really fun when you get going. Not all the maps really cater to it. I think the main ones that cater to recons are Bank Heist, which is one of the maps we saw in the beta, and also Dust Storm, because there's a lot of little buildings you can hide in. And um, also with Hardline, the performance of the game is pretty good. With my GTX 970, I am easily running it at Ultra 1080p, completely maxed out, and it averages in the 80s for the FPS. It actually runs worse than BF4, because Battlefield 4 averages around 100 for me. So maybe, there's going to be some more optimization in the future for DirectX 11. But for now, it's still a solid game. Like, the launch of this game compared to BF4 it's just insane. There's definitely some issues with the game, mainly weapon balance and hit detection, because a problem that I've noticed, I don't know if everyone else has, but is that I'll just get one shot killed, it seems. It's not really getting one shot killed, it's just you don't register, the server doesn't register that you're getting hit until basically until you're dead. So that's kind of an issue they need to fix. Also, the sniper rifles do seem a little bit overpowered. It seems like I'm getting headshotted every 2 seconds and just getting hit all the time. The L96 is a god gun in this game, so I get killed by that all the time. But other than that, Hardline's a great game. I highly recommend it to anyone. I haven't played it on Xbox One yet. I played the beta on Xbox One, and that ran perfectly 60 FPS, which was pretty amazing considering BF4 didn't even run at 60 FPS on the Xbox One. It ran at like 40, 45. But it does run at 720p on the Xbox One, 900p on the PS4, and so that's pretty good considering their weak CPUs and mid-range GPUs on those consoles. It runs perfectly. But I'm a PC gamer at heart, so I had to get it on PC, and I don't regret this purchase at all. I highly recommend it to anyone. The maps are great. I also love the new game mode Blood Money, which is basically it's like Rush, kind of, but both teams are fighting for it. So there's no rush in this game anymore, so that's a thing that you guys should know if you like that game mode a lot. But basically there's like a pile of money in the middle of the map, and both teams have to fight over it, so that's a great game mode. And there's also Heists, which is basically that, but with 2 cash deposits on either side. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.